What's happening, YouTube? Anthony on Power Rangers Lost Galaxy fan film with a brand new PRLostGalaxy2014 review. And today we are taking a look at another Super Sentai review that I also wanted to do following Kyuranger. I know, I was very, very harsh on Kyuranger because there was just a lot of, trauma dumping that I had from the last couple of years before these Zords were ever adapted into Power Rangers during Cosmic Fury. And speaking of, we are taking a look at RyuTeiOh from Uchu Sentai Kyuranger, aka Dragon Fury Megazord from Power Rangers Cosmic Fury. A Megazord that Cosmic Fury did adapt in Power Rangers, but Hasbro never did their own toy of for Cosmic Fury's toy line because Hasbro said, we're not doing no more toys anymore. We quit. And so that's why the Japanese Bandai Japan versions of these toys still reign supreme. I know, I'm kidding, of course. But again, during my Kyuranger review back in July, I was, very harsh because I just had a lot of stuff to get off my chest because I know it's been a while since I filmed any review videos following moving around and getting out of my brother's place and stuff. And I know that at the time you're getting this video sometime in September because, well, we are nearing, since we got this Megazord and the other, we're now 2 years since Power Rangers Cosmic Fury aired all 10 of its episodes and putting an end to 30 years of Power Rangers legacy, believe it or not, because Hasbro wanted to do that reboot so effing bad. And I'm not kidding, because like I wish that they had did more Sentai adaptations, but for me to now start doing Super Sentai product on my Power Rangers YouTube channel, I mean, I've longed to get my hands on RyuTeiOh and Kyuranger, and knowing this is yet another Megazord that I was going to use in Power Rangers Lost Galaxy Infinite Frontier, but that fan film was scrapped due to Cosmic Fury already doing all of this stuff, and well, I've been snubbed. And so RyuTeiOh, this Megazord I had a hard time getting my hands on, just like Kyuranger, because I made clear that back when Infinite Frontier was in production, until Cosmic Fury had to, I really wanted to get this Megazord and Kyuranger at the same time. But at the time, I was really struggling. You can tell most fans didn't want to see me struggle trying to get my hands on these Megazords in time for the fan project that I was working on back before, I scrapped everything because, not only that, Infinite Frontier was being made before the Big V happened. And so and then when I couldn't do it due to the Big V and due to my other problems going on personally, I just couldn't commit anymore. So that's why I just let it slide. So now in 2025, I have RyuTeiOh, but it kind of feels little too late. Knowing Kyuranger was like 8 years ago, and I probably should have gotten these Megazords while they were still fresh. Even though I did got my RyuTeiOh mint in box and unopened, if so, and so there you have it. So let's take a look at the box. This is the front of the box, and then you got a render of the same Zords from the same control art, and then you got the back of the box showing all of the Voyagers and how you combine, the Zords together and to build that Ultra Zord and all of that. But since Cosmic Fury didn't have this in their toy line, we at least Sentai got it in their toy line. But okay, so here's the back of that, and then here is how you're going to form RyuTeiOh and Kyuranger to build this Ultra Zord type of thing that I don't think Power Rangers did dabble onto. Yeah, they did. I think so. Because again, I've seen Cosmic Fury, but I'm still not a big fan of what they did to Kyuranger. Because I'm still that pro Kyuranger purist that I am. Just like how many fans of Gokaiger was when Super Megaforce disrespected and disdained Gokaiger in terms of the use of everything from its footage to suits and everything. So let's open up RyuTeiOh and take a look at him. Man, I think what made it so huge was the big purple dragon itself. Now that we got the RyuTeiOh and all of the Voyager Zords out of the package, albeit being the big, box that it came from, we're going to go over the Kyutamas first before I do the Zords. You got the Kyutamas for the Polar Bear and Scorpion Zords, and so you have those orange and, light blue. And then the big purple dragon Kyutama. And I really like the dragon Kyutama a lot. So now I got some Kyutamas I can collect, because I know Kyuranger, the collectible gimmick was the Kyutamas, but I don't have their morpher. So wait until when I ever get my hands on that morpher. I'm going to, play the sounds and all. But now for the review, be advised, I'm not going to put AA batteries in RyuTeiOh to play some sounds and lights like I did, Kyuranger review, because I don't have the time for it. But maybe next time when I have all the Zords together, I will be able to do all the sounds and stuff, or wait until I get the morpher for it. And, it kind of sucks that, looking back on Cosmic Fury, we almost nearly got a full-on Kyuranger adaptation. If you're going to adapt Kyuranger, you could have, you got these, the Kyutamas, installed onto the Megazords, but you didn't want to do the suits. I get why Simon Bennett and Hasbro wanted to do what they said they wanted to do, and then they just said, screw those Kyuranger suits, fuck them, and, we just had to deal with what we had, because, again, they had to work with just only 10 episodes. So, yeah, they didn't want to, cram a bunch of Rangers in a 20-episode, or no less 10-episode season, so that's a bullshit excuse. I mean, if we can cram Goseiger and Gokaiger into Megaforce and Super Megaforce, why not cram those 12 Rangers from Kyuranger in Cosmic Fury? Again, fuck you, Simon Bennett, and fuck you, Hasbro, for that. But again, it's over with. It's been 2 years since Cosmic Fury came out, so I know I'm too late into that complaining game about it. So now let's take a look at the Zords. The Polar Bear Zord. What's funny though is that as much as I like the Kyuranger Zords, aka, Cosmic Fury, the Zords do echo back to a lot of the animal-based Zords we had over the course of 30 years of Power Rangers. Because, when you think about it, Mighty Morphin Season 3's Ninja Megazord had a Bear Zord. Cosmic Fury had a Bear Zord. If Mighty Morphin Season 3 had a Wolf Zord, Cosmic Fury had a Blue Wolf Zord. So, and several other animals. And we've had plenty of dragon-based Zords, like the Red Dragon Thunder Zord, Troy's Dragon Zord from, for the Ghostly Great Megazord, the works. But we never really had any Scorpion-based Zords, so let's take a look at the Scorpion Voyager. I think you also gotta leave bring the tail a little back. Whoops, and get a glimpse of the Scorpion, because we never really had any Scorpion-based Zords before. I don't think in Power Rangers, but Super Sentai, I guess. But Power Rangers, we never really had something like this before. Now, I don't know why, going back to Cosmic Fury again, I don't understand why they made Fern a Ranger when there was little to no buildup. Just because her girlfriend, Izzy, is the Green Ranger. So they give her this orange Scorpion Voyager Zord, Cosmic Scorpion Zord, when, again, they did what they wanted, and again, this was one of those many Zords that they made as non-existent, auxiliary pieces for the Megazords, because again, they had to work around just 10 episodes, so there was no way they were going to, get the Zords, have all those Zords together and build up storylines around them and stuff. So again, they had to rush everything so they could, end the franchise as we knew it, and then do the reboot. So the Polar Bear Zord has you got Big Bear, you got Little Bear, so yeah, that's cute and all, whatever. But also the mouth to the bear open, so does the mouth to the, dragon open. So you have that. So, okay. Now, I'm trying to figure out where to put the Dragon Kyutama when the dragon is, before it's in giant robot form, and when I put the Scorpion and the Bear Zords together. Because if I go back to the back of the box, actually, the Dragon Kyutama, I believe, goes somewhere under here somewhere. No. Well, there's the port here. So where does it go? Well, just leave it be. So anyway, so here's, you know, the Dragon Voyager, because it's a very long, big purple dragon. And I'm just like, you know, from the moment you look at this thing, you'd be like, oh my god, it's Unicron, you know. But if Unicron from Transformers was a big, giant purple dragon. Because, yeah, it does have the head crown like Unicron from Transformers, but, you know, it's not Unicron. But it just has that vibe to it. And it's very, it's real long. It's just, like, really long as heck. Anyway, so let's demonstrate how I'm going to put the, you know, the Zords together to form RyuTeiOh, aka Cosmic Dragon Megazord. Even though in my fan film it was also called, when I was going for a Dragon Core Megazord or something. I know that may sound generic compared to what Power Rangers would adapt. Okay, so before recording this portion, I think I know how to plug the Dragon Kyutama. Is you gotta plug the Dragon Kyutama between the, you know, the front hands and, you know, claw grips of the dragon. So this is where you have to plug it. You just gotta plug it into this port, and then because I didn't get that last time earlier, so there you go. Now let's form it into the Megazord. So how you're going to do that, take this Kyutama out, take the crown of the dragon off, and man, that's very ferocious. This dragon head will be a leg, you know, a foot, and then tail is going to be a foot. You just got to figure out how you're going to put it together. Raise the camera up because this is going to be a very tall giant. Okay, then you got to turn these back. Turn this back, so that was the back of the Megazord right there. Then you're going to have to make sure this is clipped in. Then put the Dragon Kyutama into the chest. Make sure it's in all the way. Okay. And then this is what it looks like. Then you turn the head, which looks similar to one of the Transformers, like one of the Decepticons from Transformers. I'm trying to think, like Insecticons or something like that with that kind of face, or any of the other Decepticon characters from Transformers with this kind of face like this. Okay, then we're going to take the Scorpion Voyager, and then we're going to plug its arm like this, and then you're going to plug, then you're going to fold the legs of the bear, turn, I think you have, I mean, this is going to be complicated with this one, with the Kyutama for this one. Which way should it go? Because we gotta see, I guess, like this. I guess so, because the bear Kyutama is not going to turn. So this is how it looks. Yeah, it's so easy to put this on. And then the helmet for RyuTeiOh, if possible. Whoops. And make sure it's in the port. Make sure that the helmet is on the port of the head somewhere. Make sure it's right. I thought I had it right. Or how do you do it really? Like this? I think this is how RyuTeiOh actually looks. I think I got it. I think I got the whole thing right. Okay, so that's RyuTeiOh combined. But I think the other leg, I think this is how the legs, if you go back to the box, because okay, well, I may have gotten it, but it looks like it's all backwards. Like, is it supposed to go this way? I don't know, because the packaging made it look like it's supposed to, you know, because the packaging was like flipped and backwards, and these legs were like facing this way. When yeah, I know the Kitama dropped, and I think the legs are supposed to go actually this way. But what the heck was the box render suggesting? Like the legs are supposed to be a different direction and flipped. I just don't understand why was that. So here's RyuTeiOh completely ready for battle, and there you have that. Now let's see how it, you know, stacks up with RyuTeiOh. And so here we have Kyuranger and RyuTeiOh stacked together, you know, standing together, and they're both exactly the same height, but the difference is that dragon crown headpiece for RyuTeiOh makes RyuTeiOh look a little tall, because given also the horns to RyuTeiOh, and then the dragon head, the big gold dragon head for it. So yeah, they are basically the same height as each other. So we have that, you know, set up and everything. And wait until I get the gold and silver Ranger Zords from Kyuranger, since Cosmic Fury barely had any Rangers to pilot them besides any of the following Rangers they already had. The pilot the gold and silver Zords, you know, the Cobra and the Balance Zords for that. And now, once I have those, then I've gotten all of Kyuranger's main mecha. But then there's also other Zords that Kyuranger had that Power Rangers didn't bother adapting, because again, Cosmic Fury was only 10 episodes of that one season for the 30th anniversary, and yeah, they didn't even want to bother adapting those other two Zords. I mean, I would have liked it if they adapted that one that was that big red and white Phoenix spaceship that that Phoenix Soldier Ranger from Kyuranger had. And there was also this other Megazord that they also had from Kyuranger that they never adapted, and that was also back when Lucky, you know, the Red Ranger from Kyuranger, when he would be this white ranger sort with, you know, the Orion Battler or whatever it was, that, you know what I'm talking about, because and they never adapted that. And of course they would never adapt that movie exclusive Cerebus Voyager with the 3 hound-headed you know, Voyager on it, and they will never adapt that for Power Rangers. But again, Power Rangers is already done adapting Sentai as of this review, but there was just some things I wish they could have included if you're going to full-on adapt Kyuranger. Heck, I was going to, as I said, I was only going to do the toys of these Zords for Power Rangers Lost Galaxy Infinite Frontier. Now, I don't know if it's possible now that I got these Zords now. I don't know if I'll be able to revive that project, knowing everything I have for that project is gone, and I got to start probably everything from scratch. I know, 6-7 years too late, but hey, never say never, right? So yeah, so got Kyuranger, RyuTeiOh, but I don't want to do the Ultra Zord combination right now. I mind to do that combination, but I'll probably do a little social media post about it later. So here's RyuTeiOh, and that was it for its review. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe, drop a like, share this video with your friends, and I'll see you guys next time with a brand new review.